What's up, Bleacher Bombs? CK in the house. Did not hit our best bet the other night. We had let's see. This was for Thursday night. Lakers Clippers over 224. We took the loss there. We did hit the lean. Milwaukee Philly under 225. We hit that with tons of ease. Neither one hit 100. Pretty crazy. But last night, best bet, Denver plus 5.5 over Golden State. Easy winner there. Denver won outright. And then for our leans, we had record-breaking 9-1. Oh, my God. We almost had a clean 10-0 sweep. Toronto, we had Toronto plus 2.5. And I was flip-flopping between the two. That's what happens when you got leans. You're not sure. You're kind of going with your gut after you've done all the numbers and they're all mixed up and nothing's really looking like a best bet, in my opinion. But 9 out of 10 of them we hit. We hit over Phoenix, Utah plus 8.5 over Minnesota, Memphis -5 over Houston, Atlanta -8.5 over Orlando. That was a 10-point game. That was close. Miami and Boston over 214. Knicks -7 over Detroit. I almost went the other way. Being from Detroit, you sometimes you let your heart take over, but glad I didn't. Washington -1.5 over Chicago. Washington wins by 2. You got New Orleans +6 over Charlotte. San Antonio +3 over Indiana. We just didn't. We didn't hit the Toronto +2.5 over New Jersey. They lost by 5. So tonight's leans, going back with Detroit -1.5 over Indiana, Boston -6.5 over Orlando, Cleveland and Chicago under 217.5, Houston +13.5 over Milwaukee, Memphis and Dallas under 220.5, OKC +7.5 over Denver. Yes, that's what I said. +7. We're taking OKC. We are in the minority here. I think this is a trap here. This line is fishy. Should be more, but it's not. Usually when it's fishy, there's something you either don't play it or you go with the fishy side, I guess we could call it. OKC +7.5 over Denver. LAC -5 over Sacramento. I see the Clippers going into Sacramento and taking care of business. Now, your best bet, I hate these lines, man. I hate the real steep lines, but we got two teams going two different ways here. Philly -13.5 over San Antonio. This could be a 20 to 30 point game, guys. San Antonio, they are in Popovich's era. This could be one of the worst seasons he's ever seen. The Spurs have fully embraced their rebuilding process. Being in Detroit, we've gone through this. We've gutted our team, and it's been hard to watch. But now we got the young guys in. Well, San Antonio really doesn't. When they traded Murray during the offseason, that told us, hey, they're fully embraced, and we're just starting from scratch. And with his loss, it was evidence in the season opener against Charlotte. San Antonio did not draft any players who are going to step in immediately to fill the void behind Murray. And this is also a terrible, terrible scheduling spot as the Spurs are on the back end of a back-to-back. Philly is motivated following a pair of losses to quality teams. But the 76ers are 11-4 in their last 15 games as favorites. This just comes down to two teams going in opposite directions. You got to watch that all year long with San Antonio. They are, we're so used to seeing San Antonio being that team that sneaks into the playoffs and always makes noise. They always seem to have the just great players, and they just kind of quietly, they're not the Miamis, the LAs, the New Yorks. They're down there in little San Antonio, just kind of hovering there. You don't hear much about them. Well, you're definitely not going to hear much about them, except that they're just going to get spanked most of the year. And this is a perfect spot to take Philly to rebound from their few losses and get back on the winning track. We had a great night last night. We want to continue that tonight. So take Philly minus 13.5 over San Antonio. Philly's at home also. That's your best bet and your leans for tonight. Definitely check out our other videos for the NFL, college football, hockey, soccer. Try to cover it all. Have a great night, great day. Let's win some money, and we will see you tomorrow.